guys clear shit in front of me?
You gotta shoot.
I'll shoot shit, but I'll be doing like 5 damage.
You gotta shoot.
I'll shoot shit, but I'll be doing like 5 damage.
Hey everybody.
You gotta shoot.
This is my
I'll shoot shit, but I'll be doing like 5
post
damage.
first look. Hey everybody.
You gotta shoot.
This is my
I'll shoot shit, but I'll be doing like 5.
this is going to be my post first look video. Building a base. Season 1, Episode 1, Building a Base. And as you guys can see here, I've kind of went ahead and found a location for my base. I haven't really done anything to it yet other than throw up some foundations, some walls. Here's what we're dealing with. I've put some foundations down. The foundations, hit Q, go into our build menu, and scroll with the wheel, actually push down on the wheel, get to foundations, and it starts right over. And foundations, you can see when you want to place them, it kind of tells you where you can and can't place them, you know, as far as the location goes. So I've got some over here. The thing I like, here's kind of a secret for you when you're playing the game. One of the things that I like about a certain type of location, at night, which we're getting ready to see here in just a couple of minutes, about 3.5 minutes or so, nighttime's going to fall. When you come over here, look at this. See this overhang? See how I kind of tucked the base in on this lower rock here? I put some foundations and kind of stuck it in this overhang right here. Okay, got in close to these rocks. The reason I did that is because I want to limit the approach vector, the direction that the aliens can attack me from. So if I eliminate part of the sky, if I eliminate a certain direction, then I can focus my firepower in a certain direction. You see what I'm getting at? In order to be able to protect myself. So we have an avenue of approach right up there, which that turret can't get to. Okay, and then we have an avenue of approach, obviously, the whole sky in this general vicinity, and then about 180 degrees, 170 degrees this direction. So very important that we get a second and third turret up. We're going to go into utilities. We're going to go into, oh no, defenses. Defenses. Now, we don't have enough power. The second turret is going to take 270 power total based on what we've currently got. But we're only pushing out 200. So what can we do? We need to update our power supplies. Okay, let's look here. I thought this was a tier 2. It is, and this is supposed to be pushing out 300. And then we don't have another power supply anywhere, do we? Let's go into utilities, find a power supply. We're going to need 2 copper wire. I bet we don't have any copper. We don't. How much time we got left? About 1.5 minutes. We're going to be outside the base at darkfall, which is not my favorite way to do it, but we're in desperate need of copper. So we really don't have a choice. Black rock's not going to give us copper. We need brown rock. We need a bottom rock. More black rock. No. More black rock. More black rock still yet. We're gonna need some seeds and stuff. Grab bushes don't take our power, they actually restore a lot of the power back to us. You see the centerpiece there, I've mentioned that before. In the center of the HUD, right there, our power is actually on the left side. Okay, here we go. Gray rock work. There's two different colors of these smaller rocks that I have found so far. They're gray or brown. These actually brown. Or could be either one. The light kind of discoloration. So I'm not really sure. I wouldn't be able to tell you until I saw it in the daylight. Okay, so it is currently nighttime. So we can be attacked by... Oh, matter of fact... Throw that guy way up in the air and let's run. Where's our two bases at? Okay. This is probably the closer of the two. Mantle up. Probably ran past a bunch of that rock on the way over to here, but I couldn't. Wasn't really too concerned about it just then. Okay. Okay. Now then we can get 2 copper wires. Get that built real quick, and then we will get that secondary turret up there to give us a little bit of protection on that other. Or no, actually we're not doing that yet, are we? We are building the energy. There we go. Now let's take a look at our current powers. Current power, it should be showing somewhere. There we go. Yeah, now we're up to 375. Okay. So let's have a look now if we put that second turret up. Defenses. Yeah, we've got plenty of power there, 270, so we'll have actually 105 left over. So we need copper wire, lubricant, and a computer chip. 1 copper wire, lubricant, and a computer chip. 1 copper wire. Which comes from computer chip. Copper wire, computer chip. All right. Fantastic. So now we've got that second turret up. And this turret, if you notice, it's already a stage 2 turret to go to a stage 3. Carbon nanotubes. Down in the bottom right hand corner is where you're going to see the requirements for upgrading. So that one's already a stage 2. This one, to get this one to a stage 2, is copper wire and nano wiring kit. We know we're out of copper, right? Because we just used all of that copper that we just grabbed. I think already. Yeah, we're already out of copper. Okay, so we can't upgrade that guy yet. Alright, so we've got this other stuff. Okay, so as far as the base goes, what I've done, just to kind of show you guys, as far as building the base goes, first thing I did was kind of place these foundations in place. Some of them are not foundations. This one right here is actually a ceiling section. This is a foundation. You see on the right hand side there. This is a foundation here. This actually is a little heel. Foundation there. And then a ceiling section here. I believe I've got a ceiling section. Nope, that's actually a foundation. Foundation. There's a ceiling section. can mix and match how you build your base, so that way it actually fits into, obviously foundations have more durability than ceiling sections do. Foundations are 3,300 and ceilings are only 700. But I couldn't get foundations to stack this high because on the outside underneath us right here, it's quite a drop down to the very bottom. So you kind of play with it how you want to, okay, it's daytime again, how you want to lay your foundation. And then what I did was I was pretty particular about the way that I put the walls up. I wanted windows over here just so I could be able to kind of see out. It's a great view, don't you agree? And then because I know that I'm putting some things here that I want extra protection for, I don't want them to be able to get shot at through the windows from the aerial aliens. So I put them over here with no windows. The Eden kit, if you notice, it's got a chimney on top that's also protected. Has reinforcements on it. And then on the inside here, I put up walls and added reinforcement to the wall as well. In here, this is the Bridgemite wall fortification. It's like adding extra armor or an extra layer to your location, and it's going to give us 1650 in durability, and then the wall itself is 700. So we've got a lot of durability to protect our Eden kit. They take out the Eden kit, your shield barrier goes down, and all hell breaks loose. It's a bad thing. We definitely don't want that. So we're going to continue to work on the base here. Let's go ahead and fill it out with some more things. We're going to need some more copper, obviously, so let's run back down to see if we can find some copper maybe that might be a little bit closer. Yeah, just below us down here. Well, there's a lot down here. You don't take a ton of fall damage in the game. The gravity on this planet is a lot less than what it is on Earth, and the physics of the game actually kind of emulate that. It's pretty cool that the way that the physics work in the game. You can mantle up, climb 2 or 3 things at a time. Like whenever we were going back to the base there at dark, you saw me kind of go up those cliffs fairly quick. You just walk up to them and hold down space bar, and you can look up, and your guy will actually reach up and grab a hold of the ledge above him and pull himself up and stuff. So that's pretty cool. You can also pull like a Titanfall deal where if you hold down the shift key when you're traveling along the edge of a cliff or something, you can actually wall walk for a short distance, which is kind of cool. And you hold down shift like if you were sprinting, and it gives you the ability to wall walk. Now those characters there, those guys there are passive. They'll step on you. It's like, I want to say it's like an elephant maybe, something like that. When they get close to you, the ground starts to rumble and you start to shake a little bit and stuff, so you definitely know that they're there. But they are passive. And then you have got like this turtle looking thing or snail, whatever he looks like, this guy here. He'll run from you about every time. And then you have those chicken, ostrich. Hey, look, that is a bad guy base. And I think there's another one up there at the top of that waterfall somewhere. There's a bad guy base up there too. We will definitely be, I wonder how big that one is. Let's go take a peek real quick. See if we can see how big that one is. And then those are the deer looking guys. Oh, that one's not too big at all. Yeah, we will definitely be hitting that pretty soon. One of the things that I'm going to work on first is I'm going to upgrade that second turret, get it to level 2, and then I want to put down a armory, which which gives us the ability to build some armor, weaponry. The weapons in this are really cool. They're very modularized, so you can kind of mix and match the receiver, the barrel, receiver, barrel, the sight. You can change out the different sights. You can change out the different stocks. So I mean, you can kind of build what kind of character you want to try to play. There's different types of armor that you can build. There's an armor in here that's kind of like you'd have to compare it to other games, and I don't want to do that as a direct comparison, but figuratively, if you were to take this and put it side by side with something that you've played before, there's a light armor that would be more like a caster's armor. It gives you a shield, it gives you a lot of stamina. On top of, because if you look down the bottom left hand corner, my stamina is set to 100. And with the Cybermancer, I think is what it's called, Cybermancer armor, boosts your shield and also boosts your stamina. So you gain a shield versus just the hard durability of the armor itself. So you'll have a shield, and then the durability on the armor is only like 300 apiece, and there's 5 pieces. And so the durability is not very much, but you've got a pretty extensive shield, you know, so a lot of the damage is absorbed by the shield before your suit actually starts taking damage. So that's kind of cool. Then you've got a Pioneer type suit, and it's more of a, I would compare that to leather or Ranger. You know, it's got some benefit to a shield. It's got better protection. I think each piece there is 700, if I remember right, for durability. And it gives you a boost to stamina for some pieces and a boost to shield for others. So you can kind of mix and match that as well if you wanted to. And then you have the Paladin armor, which we would consider. Here's that gray rock. No, that's not gray rock. Gray rock looks like that. Maybe not that gray. The Paladin armor takes 50%. It absorbs 50% of the damage that you would receive on that piece of armor and negates it. So if you were going to get 100 points of damage in your leg, you would only get 50 damage in your leg. And the durability on that, I think, is I want to say 1250 a piece, maybe, but there's no shield in the Paladin armor. It's just 100% hardcore, hit me as hard as you can type of armor. So, different styles, obviously, for different things. You know, you've got, and I can see it playing in different ways. You know, I can see a sniper with the Cybermancer armor sneaking around, being super stealthy, has the shield, has the high stamina, you know, for running away and or getting to some place, high ground kind of thing. I can see that, or I can also see, you know, the Paladin armor with heavy durability, and then building a heavy machine gun. You know that you're going to be able to stand in the fire and be able to do damage and take damage and stuff like that whenever it comes to some of the fighting. So I mean, it's just kind of, and of course you can probably mix and match it too if you wanted to be like wear the heavy armor with the heavy machine gun when you're playing a defensive posture around your base, and then if you wanted to go to the Cybermancer, light armor with a sniper rifle or a carbine or something like that, so you can travel fast and not lose a lot of stamina, have your shield for jumping and falling and all that other stuff. Here's a little. Let's see if we can hold the space bar. Get up there. Mantle that rock, dude. Trying to show people how you mantle. Here's maybe this. Seriously? That was a little bit. You kind of saw what he was doing there. There, he mantled up. There he goes. So I mean, there's lots of different things that you can do as far as mix and matching stuff on the game. I think it's a super great game. That's kind of why I picked it up. Good friend of mine, Zoriana. Some of you may know I played with her in the past. We've been playing together for a couple of years, and her husband, Tell No Lies, have been watching this game. Tell No Lies have been watching this game for years. And they said something to me, or Zoriana said something to me about it last weekend, and I was like, you the star. So I looked at it, and I remember looking at this before, and I was like, yeah, you know, early access, early development, there's not a lot that you can do. And I kind of forgotten about it and set it aside. And that was way before ARC, if I remember right, even. Or during the same time that ARC was coming out. This came out in 2015, if I remember right. And anyway, how much time we got? We got plenty of time. So I just kind of didn't really pay much attention to it, just because it wasn't as feature-rich, or if it may not have been something that just tripped my trigger at the time. But then she said something to me about it, and I was like, you know, let's take a second chance. Let's take a second look. And I looked at it, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember seeing this game. So I went ahead and picked it up. It's only $20 in Steam right now. And if you guys have played ARC, if you played any Survivor games where you just start with nothing, on the single player, it's different. You actually land in your pod. You've got like a robot kind of thing that's kind of helping you and guiding you through the process of getting your gear and knowing where to go and how to get started. Where in the multiplayer, it's more like the multiplayer on ARC. You know, you start, you land on the beach, you don't have nothing, and you basically have to start from scratch, gathering, building, and going from there. On ARC, you know, you've got the thing on the hand and stuff, and this one you do as well. It's part of your suit. It's called a meta tool, and as you can see there, it's on the back of my hand. The meta tool is, and it's a gatherer. It's also has kinetic energy. This is the left mouse button, you know, and it expels energy. If you watch the left hand side of the HUD, see how it expels the energy there. And if you notice, I picked that up and it gives me energy. So as I harvest this, not only is it giving me the fiber and stuff, but it's also giving me the energy. My energy is not quite back to full, but now it is. Pops up and says, okay, my energy is back to 100. So my energy is full again. And it's gained, energy is regained by the fauna, the trees, plants, bushes, whatever you want to get. It replenishes your energy. So now we've gone out, we've gathered a couple of things. We've got 2 turrets up on top. One of them is level 1. So we want to update that guy. And if I remember right, what did we say he needed to be upgraded? Copper wire and a nano wiring kit. Okay, so copper wire, we know comes from copper. And a nano wiring kit comes from gold. Here's a nano wiring kit. Gold comes from the black rock, the one that I got just there at the base of the stairs. The black with the bluish silver kind of stripes through it, I guess you could call it. That's gold, silver, graphite. They've got different ones, different elements. I think it's random. I think it's kind of super random what pops out of that. Okay. So we've got our copper wire, and we have got our nano chip. And so it takes 1 titanium, 1 copper wire, 1 lubricant, and 1 nano wiring kit. And I'll try to make it, see here where you can see it. You can kind of see the shadow there in the background. So when we click on the upgrade, it actually metamorphoses the turret itself. See that? Now the turret just looks a little different. It's a bigger, badder example of the turret. And then we could go all the way up to this thing here, carbon nanotubes and advanced wiring kit. Or we could add another device here. Let's go into our menu. Let's just keep on the defenses. We could add a titanium missile turret. We could put it back here between the two, one side or the other. We could stick it out front. I don't think I want it out front. I don't want it any closer. If we stick it here, I don't think I want it there because then we wouldn't be able to do that. But if you notice, this thing, we're going to need some more power because we're only sitting at 375 right now. And if we put this thing down to, it's going to take us to 420. So we're going to need another one of those power generators. And what's it take? Here's our little respawn thing, so we don't want to put it in there. Can we walk around these guys? I'm trying to remember if we can walk around these guys. We just need 2 copper wire. We just need 2 copper wire for this. We should have plenty of copper to do that. There we go. I don't want to put it over here because I want to be able to, I guess I could put it right there. We can still walk around it. It's still going to have some protection. I don't want to put it there because it will definitely block the way. Can't turn it. I kind of want to stick it there. I can always pick it back up, I guess, if it doesn't work. Yeah, we can. Yeah, that's not bad. I can walk around that. We're up to 550. How much power do these things generate? Does it say? Supplies a standard amount of power to any in-kit network. It doesn't say though, does it? See, if we added another one, it would be... Okay. Oh, I think it's 175. I think is what that is. So that's 300 plus 300. We should be at 600. Not 550. Because that's the Eden kit should be kicking out 600. Or 300 by itself. See this here. Power provided 300. And the radius is 30 meters. we don't have any Teslinium. Okay, so let's do this guy. Nano wiring kit. What that's going to give us is the ability to make weapons and stuff. So let's go ahead and build this guy. Like this? What do you think? Like this? Like this? I think like this, because if we're standing over here making things, we can just turn around over to this guy. Don't make it too. Okay. Hydration level low. That's not good. Let's get some drink. Go ahead and suck up those 4. Let's grab a candy bar. Grab some of that. Let's eat 2 of those candy bars. Matter of fact, can we make any water? Oh yeah. Make some water. Can we make any candy bars? No. With this, can we make any of this? Yeah. We can make some of that. Software update. Let's do that later. Remind me later. Just so you guys know, there's a software update for Apple phones. Alright, all caught up there. So, let's grab some water. Let's grab this. We don't need the meat. We don't need the water just yet. What's the water give us? 10? 88? Yeah, we can grab water. Go ahead and grab one of those. What do you think? That's good, right? Okay. Alright, so I also want to make we're going to need a piece of glass. I don't have any, do I? Nope. So we're going to need a piece of glass that comes from quartz. And I want to build a storage chest. So we're going to hit Q again, open up our menu, and there's our storage chest. Stick that right there. Still be able to walk past it to get to our window. We can. Good, and it's in here far enough to where it's protected. Mostly. I like things to where they're kind of compact, you know. I don't like chasing after a bunch of stuff. I don't like having to go looking for things. I want them to be close nearby. So, we have, okay, so here we go. Cybermancer. Yeah, I was right. Cybermancer. Integrity on this is 1500. 300 on the shoes. 300 on the head. 300 on the pants, and 300 on the arms. So 1500 comes from this on the body piece. Increases maximum shield by 37.5. If you go with the Paladin Cuirass, reduces damage taken to the torso from all attacks by 50%. Pretty cool. And then the other one is called the Pioneer Jacket. So it does include stamina as well as shield. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. The integrity there is 3750. Integrity here is 5500. So I was way off on my numbers on those things, but you do what I was saying. You guys got the point, right? So I mean, you can mix and match what you want to do for your armor, you know. I typically go with the Paladin just because it's easy to make as well, where the Pioneer Jacket and the Cybermancer jacket are harder to make. Plus, I really like just having that damage reduction. To me, that's huge, especially from all attacks, fall damage, things like that. So, I mean, and it's super easy to make. I've got a ton of aluminum, so it's going to take, let's see, these are, okay, so Paladin takes 10, 18, 23, 28, nice Paladin. Yeah, so it takes 32 aluminum and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 silicone. Not too bad. So I could come over here, make up a bunch of silicone, which we've got more than enough stuff to make up a bunch of silicone. And you just click the craft button 5 times, and it'll go ahead and stack them all in there. Let's make 4 more. If you try to craft it again, it tells you, hey, your crafting slots are full, so alright, so we can take that, and we've got all the silicone we need, we've got already all the aluminum, and we're going to do the torso, the legs, helmet, paladin pauldrons, arm slot, and boots. And if you notice, this thing is not just like lickety-split Johnny on the spot kind of thing. And for good reason. You wouldn't expect it to just like spit the armor out there. I mean, it's to make an armor. It's almost like a I would think this may be a what's that thing called? Is it some kind of printer? What's the printer's called? Like it's already sunup. Why are they coming this late? They aren't supposed to be coming this late. It's ridiculous. They're only supposed to attack during the nighttime. Did you take some damage there, buddy? Nothing to heal. Why he does that though? Nothing to heal, didn't take any damage. The floor take any damage below you? Nice. What about this? That's right there. See, that's in the worst possible place it can be in. I really don't like the way that the little thing is down in the bottom right hand corner. It needs to be more up here or across the top scanner, you know, or maybe like a 3D image kind of scan, you know, something that pops up in your face whenever you look at something, you know, but not something that's going to obstruct your view. And you should be able to, I think it'd be cool if you could change the color and stuff, if you could adjust, you know, the how dark it is, a color, maybe change different messages that pop up, you know, on there. I think that'd be kind of cool to be able to customize your HUD. You know, hit F10 instead of having the, when you look at something, see how the scan report's down in the bottom right hand corner. I should be able to hit F10 or something and be able to take that and move it to wherever I want to, in my opinion. But I'm not the developer, so I don't know. Alright, so there's our chest piece. There's our legs. There's our helmet. There's our arms. And if you notice the little green area, see how it turns green around? If I try to put it someplace else, it turns red. That's pretty cool. Alright. Now I've got a full set of paladin armor on. That's awesome. Makes this look cool too. Now let's make a weapon. So, the different kinds of weapons. You know what? I think I'm going to stop the stream here. We touched on base building. We kind of showed a little bit about how to put some pieces in place, how to throw down your base. the importance of keeping your Eden kit protected. You know, do want to show you this one thing before we end the base building stream here. You can't block the top of the Eden kit because it has to be able to see the sky to throw your barrier up, right? There's that other moon I was telling you guys about, and there's the planet. See, you can see the lakes and stuff on that planet. And we're on a moon surrounding that planet, just like that's the other moon. The sun's over there. And the name of this map is Floating Islands, for good reason. This is actually an island that we're on, but it's actually in the floating islands make up a moon that orbit that planet. It's kind of weird, but very cool. Anyway, so you can't block this from going to being able to see the sky. But what happens is when those guys come, the ground guys aren't coming because of where we built the base. If we would have built down there, we would have not only been attacked by aerial aliens, but we would have also been attacked by ground aliens. Up here, we're a little safer. They can't get to us up here as easily. But this thing, so I built a chimney. I saw a recommendation on the one person plays this game. Well, now it's 2. Well, now it's 2. You and me. It's pretty funny, Zed. Awesome. So now there's somebody in here. Streaming on Twitch. Hoping to build more interest. Oh. Was told today that the next update is a game changer. Hope things will change pretty soon. So anyway, I told you guys that part I think already. So anyway, build a chimney. I've got regular walls in there, and then I put the Bridgemite protection around it to add that extra protection. It makes it harder. So they would literally have to be right above it, shooting straight down, in order to be able to get to the Eden kit. And then that's also why I have the protection down here. So if you look, oh, the door's not gonna open. That means it's lagged out from the server. There we go. If you look, the Eden kit shouldn't have any damage on it. I want to see if I can, nothing to heal. Yeah, see, so the Eden kit doesn't have any damage. You look, they would literally have to be like right up there shooting straight down in order to be able to hit the Eden kit. So it's kind of one of those things that's a safety precaution. Once like I said before, once your Eden kit goes away, then all hell breaks loose. It's not good for you. Not good for the show. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream here. Base building. You guys have seen some of the power, how it works. We've built up some of the walls, the reinforcements. I can actually take down this reinforcement. I'll show you guys how that works. I've got, so when you put up the wall, it's actually the copper is the outside, believe it or not. The inside here, with these copper pieces is where all of your wiring and stuff like that runs through. So this is the actual inside of the building, and this is the outside. Well, if you go into your build menu and you go into modifications and you have your shield there, that shield and shows you that you're going to put a barrier on there. Well, you can change the barriers by holding down shift or control, left control, and scrolling. You see there's Bridgemite fortification, there's titanium fortification, there's actually plasteel wall fortification. That adds 1650. This adds 1650. Titanium wall fortification adds 1650. I like the way that the Bridgemite looks, and so you just click on that, and that takes you over to the Bridgemite. What is this? My kid's telling me he's listening to New Country on iHeartRadio. Tomorrow's Country Hits, iHeartRadio. It's his bedtime anyway. What time is it? It's almost 9 o'clock. So that's how you get the appearance on the outside of the dark colored there. See how that's all darker color. If you wanted to do something in a different color, let's take this back off. You can actually, instead of the Bridgemite, hold down control, titanium. That's what the titanium looks like. It's more of a moon, silver, reflective kind of, has some additional railing, it looks like, in there for some protection and stuff. I like it. I don't think it's the greatest looking thing. Now there would be some times where it would be really cool, but for my application, I like the Bridgemite. Plus I have a whole lot more Bridgemite, and I keep the titanium forever for other stuff, right? Okay, so there we've got the Bridgemite reinforcements all the way around. We've added some of our things. We've got some of our stuff in here. We were 550 out of the 270. We could actually work on that turret. But like I said, the next episode we will get into weapons. And we will look at adding a turret. But then we're going to go after that alien base as well. So, hey guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. As always, leave any comments, suggestions. I'm new at this streaming thing. So if you do have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, be sure and leave them out into the, shoot me a PM, throw it in the chat, leave a comment. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.